Do you ever have the feeling that you can't control your actions? You really want to finish that project, but you just can't get yourself to make consistent progress. Does your mind ever feel locked?
Locked is a short, mysterious and atmospheric visual novel with brief point-and-click segments by KigyoDev. Locked was the developer's attempt to try something new, and it paid off because it has been their most popular game to date, attaining the overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam, despite the fact that it was made in only 2 weeks' time. I came across this game by pure chance really. I was scrolling past the Steam 250 site, and I decided to check out the week top 30, which I pretty much never do.
It's almost as if something outside of my control drew me to the place.
Here, I was met with this mysterious yet charming gaze. I was intrigued, and my curiosity only heightened as I clicked through. An algorithm decided to show you this. What now? Huh? That's different. As I scrolled down, the game continued to tease me by only providing 3 lines of description. You wake up sitting across from a beautiful stranger. There is nothing I want more than to talk to you right now. And so you talk. What? Why do we wake up in front of this lady? What the hell does she want to talk about so badly? At this point, I was determined to find out. Without hesitation, I decided to download the game and jump in. Locked opens with a quote from philosopher John Locke, which, as you might have guessed from the name, the game was heavily inspired by. For a man may prefer what he can do to what he cannot do, the state he is in to its absence or change, though necessity has made it in itself unalterable. Now if you're anything like me, you have no idea what the hell that just said, so let me assist you in breaking it down. It helps if you grab the full paragraph for context. Basically, John Locke explains that even when we cannot change our current circumstances, that does not mean we lack choice. He takes a paralytical individual as an example. Despite being unable to physically move, they can still have a mental preference or desire. If this person prefers to remain seated rather than be moved, that preference is considered voluntary. It's a choice, even though the person can't act on it. In other words, Locke suggests that people can exercise their will, even in situations where they lack the freedom to act on it. We'll talk more about why this is relevant to the game later.
At this point, if your curiosity has been piqued, I highly recommend you go through the game yourself. It's free to play and only takes about 20 minutes to finish. But otherwise, if you just want to hear what I have to say, let's delve deeper and talk about what actually happens within the game.
So after the quote's departure, your character, referred to as the visitor, wakes up and is met face to face with the host. Both of you express a shared desire to speak to one another. After the initial pleasantries, you're given the option to talk about 3 points of interest within the room. A massive computer, the new moon, and an ordinary door. All you have to say on clicking the door is that you have absolutely no desire to leave this place. When talking about the moon or PC, it leads you to a discussion, wondering whether these objects would appreciate their circumstances if they had feelings. Would the moon like being shined upon by the sun? Would the PC enjoy being a slave to its programming? After completing all 3 conversation topics, you can choose to talk about the elephant in the room, the host herself. When you do, she brings up a question. Does our guest believe they're free? The visitor shares that they are fully convinced that they are indeed free, as nothing is preventing them from doing what they want to be doing. But the host brings up a counterpoint. What if what you want to do simply aligns with what you are able to do? She brings up the example of a bird trapped in a cage that lost its ability to fly. It might be fully content within, but is never given an opportunity to learn for more. It is then revealed that both the host and the visitor are chained to each other. The visitor, suddenly feeling uncomfortable, decides to reach for the door, only to be met by a solid wall. It seems like they were trapped all along, but only realized it when their desire to remain changed. The host blames the player for their predicament. Yes, the player, not the visitor. Like the sun exposing the moon, she states that the game's characters only exist because they are currently being observed. Directly addressing the player at this point, she wishes to inflict upon them the same suffering. She shares that, just as the visitor was wrong about their supposed freedom, the player is no different. Their fate was set in stone the moment their curiosity was piqued. She continues and says, "You cannot control your own curiosity. It controls you." And that's when it hit me. From the moment I first laid eyes on the host's mesmerizing gaze, I was like a bug, entrapped by the lure of a Venus flytrap. The game's store page is purposely kept mysterious, providing the public only with an ambiguous description and mystifying images. The visitor's desire to speak with the host very much mirrors our own urge, as a player, to satisfy our curiosity. Which brings us back to Locke's quote. As I've shared earlier, Locke describes that a person may favor their current state, even if they are unchangeable due to necessity or some other inescapable condition. It suggests acceptance of what one can and cannot control. When the host shares that one cannot control their own curiosity, it echoes the theme of an uncontrollable state that a person must acknowledge. Curiosity is depicted as a driving force that cannot be controlled by an individual. Both Locke's quote and the host's statement share a theme of navigating through circumstances that are beyond personal control and embracing these states as integral parts of one's existence. Both indicate a need for acceptance and adaptability in the face of unalterable conditions.
This is not about surrendering to fate, like, all my actions are just the result of events I had no control over. No, it is about embracing this dance between determinism and free will. It asks us to reconsider our definition of freedom. Perhaps next time you're procrastinating, consider that it may not be your fault. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're just locked.